Stop the scrolling, especially before bed and when you wake. Happy New Year, everybody. Thought I would start with something simple to implement this year that will truly improve your next 365 days. Today's podcast is all about how important the first and last 10 minutes of your days are. First and last 10 minutes, that's all it's going to take. We will talk about the benefits and practices that make it easy to stop and get into a new routine and habit. Welcome to the Elle Daily Podcast, the EDP for short. I think I'm going to get in the habit of calling that. It's kind of fun. You know, get it? The Elle Daily Podcast, the EDP, where we talk about all things to inspire and elevate our minds, our lives, our homes, basically anything to elevate and inspire. I'm your host, Ellen Roers, and you can call me Elle. Every podcast, I'll share an inspirational quote, affirmation, and discussion to follow. We'll have a discussion to follow. Most days, it's just us, you and I together, but monthly, I'll bring in an inspirational guest on, bring them on to interview, somebody that I really look up to that has made a difference in my life, and we'll all be able to learn from them. Before we dive into today's topic, let's go into the quote of the day. I picked one that is a good one, and it is from one of my favorite authors and salesman, Zig Ziglar. I'm sure most of you have heard of Zig Ziglar. This message also is perfect for day one of the new year. So here it is. You don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to start to be great at something. So you don't have to be great at something to start, but you have to be able to start to be great at something. And that's exactly how I'm feeling today with this podcast. So it's one thing to have a good idea, a goal, but it's another to actually start and take action. So with that, we can affirm ourselves just to kind of encourage ourselves a bit. So I am capable, here's your affirmation, I am capable of anything I set my mind to. So say it with me. I am capable of anything I set my mind to. Remember that today. That is your daily message. So good job on that. So on that note, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of today's podcast. The benefits of starting your first 10 minutes and ending the last 10 minutes of your day without phone or negative media. So no television or anything that's going to bring you down, right? We'll talk a little bit more about that. So personally for me, I found it has been fantastic. I mean, I'll still use my phone for meditations and such, but nothing else. So mindlessly consuming didn't really allow me to be a high performer or hone in on my true potential. It's like your subconscious takes all that negativity in at night. And this practice of letting that go really worked for me. And I have a feeling that you will find the same. So you can't really deepen your future self. And it's hard to think about the most important things you want to do the next day when you're focusing on social media, right? So the way that you can do this is really focus on what you want to get done and then let it go so you can actually fall asleep. So how you do anything is how you do everything. We know, and you've heard me say that, 95% of what we do is based on the subconscious mind, 95%. So we're going to start with the bedtime routine. Let's kind of talk about what we can get into. Before I do, Thomas Edison says it best, you should never go to bed without providing first a request to your subconscious mind. So when I've been learning about all these, mind matters, I know that the subconscious is so important to feed it positive aspects, right? So have your top 3 priorities that you want to do the next day. You can visualize them, think about the process, the outcome. If you're a spiritual person, connect with your higher power for inspiration. That's a beautiful thing to do with prayer. If not, you can visualize. So think about the specific mile or markers, the activities, and the version of yourself that you want, your future self. So everything we do in the present is operating to the future that we see. So whether it's week, months, quarters, who is that person that you want to be? How do you want to position yourself? What is the version of yourself that you see? So you'll get in that flow state. Just kind of focus on laying out those distractions, get rid of them, right? And feed yourself with prayer, visualizing, looking at the big picture, milestones, and what's important to you the next day. Commit to that and then let it go. It's one of those things, if you've heard of Greg McKeown, monk mode, right? And that's a whole nother topic for another day, but the biggest thing is to really visualize and let it go. So for the morning, start fast. You want to have this approach mode. Get up, make your bed, start kind of stacking the small wins. Journal, get it right out, kind of get in the right state of mind through prayer, gratitude, energy of new beginnings and miracles. start to output. Sometimes that output is much better than input. You know, if you're listening to the news and social media, right? Get it out. The journaling is so cool because you'll receive inspiration that may be at this higher level, your source, God, whoever's, you know, your higher power. And it's putting those verses, or that inputting versus social media can be kind of a negative energy. So that consumption will affect your thoughts, your goals, and it doesn't really allow you to get in the true positive subconscious. So by removing that, it removes those low-level distractions, deepening your subconscious mind and the identity which you are committed to today. So we are all so free, we're lucky, we have the freedom to choose where and how and who we engage with. Who do you want to become? So this will raise your peak performance on your normal average day and continue to see that improvement. I find it for sure that the more I've been doing this and focusing the night before about the good and what I want to work on in the morning, the better. Can we think about Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, right? He's talking a lot about the benefits of observing and improving yourself. So it's a very simple concept, and it's really, again, it's been so powerful for me, and I really recommend it for all of you. So give it a try. Give it 30 days, 21 days, right, to build a new habit. And just kind of start with putting your phone at night in airplane mode. You know, for me, I do use it for meditation. I love to listen to a subconscious meditation while I sleep. I will actually put a link in this channel so you can kind of see who I've been listening to, and maybe you'll enjoy it as well. But I think, you know, fine to have positive, you know, if you're one that has to fall asleep for a TV, I get it, but give it a shot without it. It does take discipline to fall asleep. If you really are disciplined about it, you know, shut your mind down after you kind of visualize what you want the next day, then shut your mind down. They say, research says, it's about 7 minutes to truly fall asleep. So give that a try. And again, you're just feeding yourself positivity. Same thing when you wake up. I know I used to just grab my phone right off my bedside when the alarm would go off, or even if I just woke up, I'd grab my phone and start scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, YouTube. And honestly, you guys, I find that it wouldn't set my mind right away. So now if I grab my phone, I'll instantly put like a meditation or something on for morning positivity. I don't even turn on the news right away. I literally jump out of bed and I will make my bed first thing. And then typically I'll just throw on my robe, make a coffee. But you know, whatever your routine is, it's fine. And sometimes I find not having a specific routine after my 10 minutes of positivity is a good thing as well. So you're gonna find that works for you, but I think the biggest thing that has helped me last year and that I will absolutely carry into this year is 10 minutes just of complete, you know, I don't know how to say it, complete focus on your subconscious state, feeding positive energy and thoughts to you, and same when you wake up. So give it a try, let me know how it goes, and I will be back shortly or soon with the next message for Elle Daily. Sending you all so much love and Happy New Year.